Chris, welcome to PiMP TV.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problems at all, mate. Now, Chris, tell us a little bit about the setting for Homefront.
Sure, the setting for Homefront is a future what-if scenario of an occupied America. And, North Korea comes into power in a pan-Asian sort of way where they take over South Korea and then Japan, and then they decide to invade the United States for our resources.
Okay. And is this something that could literally happen in real life? Is it realistic, or is it a bit of a game sort of scenario?
Well, when we started, it was a possible scenario, but as you can tell by the recent events and news, it gets sort of more and more plausible. So it's actually a little unnerving sometimes as a developer. So.
And so take us through a bit about the gameplay. Predominantly single player focused?
No, that's incorrect. It is both AAA single player and multiplayer.
Fantastic. So what can we expect from the single player campaign?
We'll expect a lot of story and drama, for sure. We're mostly trying to get across the idea of the familiar becomes alien. And so, in doing that, we want to bring the battle home, right? I mean, that's why we're calling Homefront.
Yeah.
And it's literally taking it to people's houses, into the shopping malls or shopping centers or stores that you might recognize. It's not really just an American thing, it's a universal thing, and it's about selling the idea that it's really close to home. And part in doing that is ditching the idea that you're a trained military person. It's civilian resistance fighters fighting, trained North Korean military forces.
Yeah.
But it also comes down to not only that, but the settings, right? So like, in it being a civilian force, there's children and families, and it's where people live. So it's not only where we live now turned different, it's actually how they live there in the future.
Hectic. So we're not trained soldiers in the game. What kind of weapons are going to be using?
It'll be mostly based off of modern weapons. There will be some near future weapons, but our focus of the game is not really just the weapons. They're there to support the story and to support the idea. So that you'll see some things in our weapons as far as, if you watch the demo right now, you'll see that the holoscope is strapped on, right? So it's the same thing with it being a civilian force. It's their weapons have been taken from the field. And so you're not going to get pristine off-the-shelf M4s or, it's not really about gun porn, right? It's not gun fetish. The focus is not the weapons, and it's not just the shooting. It's the immersion in the environment, and we want to sell the familiar becomes alien in everything. And part of that is the contrast between what we're showing and what other shooters are showing, and as far as having modern based combat. So.
Fantastic. And now I believe there's a magnetism engine that brings the action towards you. Would you care to explain a bit about that?
The drama engine. So the drama engine started out as just an idea, and it's evolved into a tool set that we use, and also a philosophy. And so what we try to do is bring all the story moments in-game, no cutscenes. And to do that, we have to sort of approach all of the sort of spectacle scenes and the drama scenes in a way that brings it directly to the player. It's not easy, but we'll see how it works out.
Fantastic. Well, that's fantastic, Chris. It sounds like a great game. When can we expect to see Homefront on the shelves?
Winter 2011.